Welcome back to DIYs with Sonja. If you love that high-end designer aesthetic but your bank account prefers thrift store prices, you are in the right place. Today we're tackling high-end home decor dupes and getting that look for less. I'm taking pieces that cost me literally pocket change and turning them into organic, lived-in luxuries that will cost you hundreds at places like McGee Co and Anthropology. Stick around because I'm showing you exactly how to get that designer vibe without the designer price tag. Let's dive into our first transformation. I picked up this bowl for just $5.99. I absolutely loved the size of it and saw so much potential for it to have that sought after primitive wood look. I knew that to achieve that specific aesthetic, I would have to lighten up the wood significantly. So I grabbed my sanding discs ranging from 60 to 180 grit and headed outside into the Arctic weather to get to work. I started with the 60 grit and moved through the levels until I hit 180. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised at how easy it was to sand down. It totally took just under 10 minutes. Primitive decor is all about perfectly imperfect natural materials. Authentic antique dough bowls of this size, or even bowls in general, can easily retail for over $100. Once finished, I brought it inside and cleaned it off thoroughly to make sure there was no dust residue left. Now you can leave it exactly as is, especially if you're using it for decor, but if you plan on adding food items like fruit, you can protect it with food grade sealer. I actually just ordered some because I'm thinking down the road I'd like to use this for some fresh fruit on a counter. While many people use mineral oil, food grade carnauba wax or beeswax are also popular choices to keep wood hydrated and safe for snacks. You can also stain it with any color you wish, but again, if it's for food, seal it. For now, I'm leaving it as raw wood. I am obsessed with the way it looks. It adds such a great organic feel to my decor. And as I mentioned, bowls of these size can easily set you back hundreds of dollars, but mine was only six and a little bit of elbow grease. And here are a few ways I've styled it. For my next project, we are making over a vase I thrifted for only $3.99. For a while now, I've been hunting for a wood vase at thrift stores and even home sense, but I had no luck. I absolutely love the one McGee Co has, but at 150 it is way over my budget. So I decided to try and make my own. We're starting with the base coat of pinecone chalk paint from Dixie Belle. I only added one coat and let it fully dry before I moved on to the next step. At this point, I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to tackle the wood grain. So I gathered some supplies, such as wood graining tools and some no paint gel stain in chestnut, which is Dixie Belle's brand new stain color. I applied a section of the stain onto the vase and tried using the big wood graining tool, but no luck. It was just pulling the stain off without leaving a design. Then I moved on to a smaller wood graining tool and repeated the process, but that did not work either. So once none of it was working, I just took my brush and spread that stain all over the vase without adding too much more on it. Finally, I decided on a chip brush. I tried lightly brushing and spreading the stain in a consistent sweeping motion. The brush strokes mimicked the wood grain perfectly, and I was so happy with how it was turning out. Make sure you are cleaning the brush in between the strokes. Wood graining or faux bois has been a popular decorative art since the 19th century when people wanted that look of expensive mahogany on a cheaper pine. I tried to find tutorials on how to create a wood look vase, but I couldn't find any aside from people wrapping them in contact paper that had that wood look. I think this turned out much better through a little trial and error. I think it's so important to show all the steps, even the ones that don't turn out perfectly at first. And here's how the vase looks and how I styled it. If you're enjoying these high-end transformations, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the DIYs with Sonja family. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you love finding that look for less. For our final project, I found this thrifted bowl for $2.99. I actually have a larger version of this and I shared back in the fall DIY season. Glass and crystal are very on trend right now and I don't mind jumping on that trend at all. I'm turning this bowl into a custom candle. I started with a simple wick trick because I couldn't find my standard wicks. I took a Dollar Tree tapered candlestick and pulled the wick out. I then cut the wick into 3 pieces, making sure they were longer than what I needed. I added a little dollop of hot glue to attach them to the bottom and keep them in place. Though you can also do this with melted wax. Next, I melted down some soya wax flakes. I was lucky enough to find a bag of this at the thrift store for $5. I paid over $20 for the same size bag at Michael's, so this was a massive score. High-end candles in crystal vessels, like those from Anthropologie, can sell upwards of hundreds of dollars. Making one for under $5 is worth every step. Thrift stores are always full of fancy crystal cups, bowls, and trays that are very well priced. Once the wax melted, I used wood sticks to keep the wicks upright and pour the wax in. I also added some liquid sunshine essential oil from sage, just so it smells good even when it isn't lit. This is optional, but it adds that luxury touch. I love how this turned out. I am so happy with these high-end dupes. As always, if you want to see how any of these DIYs look styled in my home, make sure you check out my home channel, which is linked down below. Thank you so much for watching DIYs with Sonja. We got the high-end look for a lot less and saved hundreds of dollars today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next project.